Hello guys, welcome back to Habitual Crypto. My name's Dan, and here on the channel we like to make good habits in trading. So if you like trading cryptocurrencies and learning the best strategies to do so, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Today we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, obviously having a big dump today, and we'll see what levels I think are going to hold up and where we will be going short term and long term. We'll take a quick look at Ethereum and Bitcoin dominance, and then I have two main news articles for the day. And yeah, I will be putting out new videos every Monday through Thursday around noon Eastern. And then I will also be live streaming from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. And there we'll check out any altcoins, we'll chart out, any coins you guys are interested in. But with that, let's jump right into the daily chart. So this is the entire bull cycle so far for Bitcoin on the daily chart. And you can see we have come back down. I will kind of zoom in here. We've come back down to the previous close to the bottom of the range that, I've had this range up since we first dipped down here. I said I thought we would continue to range between 30 and 40,000 for 1 to 2 months, and it's been about 5 weeks, and we continue to do that. And like I said, I think probably about another month of this until we start making higher highs. I don't believe we will go lower than 30,000, but it is possible. If we do, I think we'll have one quick, hour, maybe a 4 hour candle that wicks down to the absolute lowest being 27,000 in my opinion. I just don't see, I think the fundamentals are way above where price is right now. And yeah, I think the bottom is in. I think we're just going to continue, the smart money will continue to accumulate in this area and continue to try to shake out the retail investors with boredom and panic selling from these dips. And they'll just keep doing it until, the majority of them have accumulated all they feel is necessary, and then we'll start making resistance support again. So breaking 42,000, breaking the 200-day moving average, which is still right around 40,600. So those are the key levels I'm looking at right now. As far as support goes, there is one support besides this fib level, which is right around 30,900. There's one other support level, which is the 12-month moving average. So I think this is an important level to hold, and right now we have been able to hold it, so we will see what happens here. But yeah, that sits right around 30,000, so we'll see if we can stay above that there. But if we lose that, I would start to think maybe lower levels are possible, but we haven't lost that yet, and I'm pretty confident we will hold that. So if we go in on the hourly here, obviously we had the big dip today, and we came all the way down to 31.7. But like I said, we continue every time we get down to these levels, we have a pretty quick recovery. So we had a quick recovery here, the initial dip. A few days later, same thing, and got right back up to 40,000 there. Came back down um, on June 8th, and then came back up and eventually got back up to 40,000 again. So if you've been trading this range and being disciplined about it, you've probably been doing pretty good. Just buying around 30, selling around 40. That's not financial advice, but that seems to have been the best strategy so far, and it's a pretty simple strategy if you're patient. Patience is the key here. You have to wait for these opportunities, and don't let fear and emotion, the fear of it breaking up or the fear of it breaking down, control your trading there. So that's been the best strategy, and I think it will continue to be the best strategy for the next few weeks, in my opinion, before the money starts, before we start heading up to higher levels. Just taking a quick look at Ethereum. Ethereum did dip below 2,000, and we do have this fib level here right around 1870, and that appears to be holding strong again. So we're going to keep an eye on ETH, but kind of the same thing. It's mainly following Bitcoin's lead, like most of the market, but with Bitcoin dropping, most of the altcoins, including Ethereum, do drop a little more drastically. So Ethereum down like 11% since 8 o'clock last night, and Bitcoin down 7.5%. So we will see what happens with this. The only catalyst that I haven't really talked about, that may cause the crypto markets to drop more than I think they normally would be if the stock market has a decent drop. Whether we like it or not, they are correlated, and with the Fed talking about tapering off printing, and trying to hold inflation rates steady, the dollar has seen an increase, and normally when that happens, the stock market loses some value and the crypto markets lose some value. So, and the stock market's pretty high up there right now. So, it is something to keep in mind. They are correlated, and if the stock market dumps significantly, crypto markets will as well. So that's kind of the one catalyst that doesn't come into play just looking at the crypto price action here. So if we look at Bitcoin dominance, I said, I told you guys, I think we eventually are headed to 50. We did break this trend line today, so dominance reached back up to 46.15, where we have hit 2 times previously this month. So that still needs to break for us to continue going higher here. I said I think we will eventually get back up to 50% to 55% Bitcoin dominance before we see a major reversal and start heading back down. And that's really, in my opinion, where you want to wait for like long-term altcoin opportunities. You want to wait for confirmation of that reversal if we get that high. If I'm wrong and we end up breaking down from here, which is possible, but I think less probable, then, having some allocation in alts would be the better play. But keep in mind you will lose a lot of value in your Bitcoin holdings if you're more allocated to alts, and Bitcoin dominance rises. Basically, Bitcoin's going to do a lot better percentage wise um, in the up or down scenario for Bitcoin. So it's less risky to be all allocated to Bitcoin right now. Um, if your main focus is accumulating Bitcoin, but um, there is more reward if this breaks down and you're more allocated to alts. It's just kind of what's going to happen here. I think the more probable scenario is we do head up to about 50% Bitcoin dominance before we start seeing a reversal here. So we'll see what happens with that. But again, patience is let the market come to you. That is the key, and that's that's where a lot of traders are going to fail and get chopped up and lose, percentage of their portfolio trying to trade, you know, every which way, every little dip, every, you know, little move instead of these big movements waiting for the tops and bottoms of those ranges. So that's my advice. If you like the content, please give me a follow on Twitter at habitual crypto dot or at habitual crypto. And then as far as news today, I just have a couple quick news articles, and we'll get out of here for the day. So the first one is this is just more, Bitcoin. I don't want to be totally just giving you hopium all day because it could go lower. Like I said, I believe the fundamentals are way higher. There's a lot of metrics that are showing, bullish, uh, bullish action for Bitcoin. But then, as far as the TA goes, on a macro perspective, looking at the this is the daily chart for Bitcoin. Now we have kind of formed you could call it a head and shoulders pattern on the daily. You could also call it a cup and handle to the downside. So, these are, and that would have a price target of around 20,000, which a lot of people are looking at. So you got to look, we do a lot of TA on this channel. I don't want to give you guys only optimistic outlooks. We do have to look at the bearish outlook. I still don't think this is going to happen. Like I said, I think 27 to 28,000 will be the absolute bottom if we do dip lower, and I think that will be bought up very, very quickly. I don't see 24,000 or 20,000 in play, even though I understand these patterns suggest it. I just think the fundamentals are way too high for it to go down that low. So we'll see. And yeah, this mentions also the 12-month and 48-month moving averages, and we have continued to stay above the 12-month, which is pretty important for these, cycles. You can see back in 2013 here, we did come down midway through the cycle and get very close to this 12-month average. And actually, we touched it here, and then we ended up going back up, from about $60 all the way up to $1,200. So if you were patient through this dip here, like we might be seeing right here, it might be well worth the while. And this is what I think is the most likely scenario playing out for the rest of the year. But you have to be patient. Like I said, it's not going to be like we've had the beginning of this year where we have lots of bullish price action every week. So you have to be patient, and hopefully we'll get to the good times again. And, again, MicroStrategy buys $489 million worth of Bitcoin. They announced today, and it was 13,000 Bitcoin at an average price of 37,600. So yeah, they bought about $5,000 higher than where it is today, but it was probably over the counter sale, and to get that much all at once, you're going to pay some sort of premium for that. And the price when they bought it was probably a little higher. So yeah, smart money's still buying. The number of wallets that hold over 1,000 Bitcoin has not declined since the dip. It's kind of moved sideways, but if we were in a bear market, I think that would be declining. The smart money is kind of holding steady and accumulating slowly. So again, I think the strategy is to bore the retail investor and get them to sell them their Bitcoin. So I wouldn't want to be one of those people that sells their Bitcoin to the big money here, the smart money. So that's all I got for you guys today. We'll keep an eye on Bitcoin today during the stream at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. If you like the content, again, give this video a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys, what your predictions are for Bitcoin in the short term. And thank you for tuning in. Have a great day.